Well, hello and welcome to your luxury sports cruise liner where we take you from Hammanskraal to Lesotho or the Parc du Prince, all in just about 180 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, do buckle up for your own safety. Your weekly sports bulletin, I may add, is presented by Shield. Now, what is in age and what defies age? I'm going to start off with a bit of ooh-la-la and Olivier Giroud. What has he done? He's become the oldest scorer in France's history as they beat Austria to boost their hopes of avoiding Nations League relegation. The Blue dominated with Kylian Mbappe having an early goal ruled out for offside, but Aurel Tchouameni's bicycle kick was tipped off onto the bar. Now the big man Giroud with the perfect beard was set up by Mbappe for a fine opener, taking on several defenders before firing in from 16 yards out. Now what was also big headlines is that the fact he did it at 35 years and 357 days. He is now 70 days older than Roger Marché was when he scored against Spain in 1959. Now that's what we talk about, going back to the future. Giroud is now only 2 goals behind Thierry Henry's France's record of 51. New twist to Vava Voom. Meanwhile, the Netherlands, also in chasing of Nations League glory, they remain in control of their Nations League Group A after defeating Poland in the penultimate match. Steven Bergwijn secured victory for Louis van Gaal's unbeaten side with a curling finish on our mark. The Netherlands, if you're interested to know, must avoid defeat against second-place Belgium in their final fixture to qualify for next summer's Nations League finals. Some people say this Nations League is a waste of time. I do concur. At the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium, it went south for Southgate. His coaching credentials as England manager are coming under real scrutiny. Italy narrowly beat his England side in a big match in the Nations League in what was essentially a repeat of the Euro 2020 final. Interestingly, 4 of the last 5 between these two sides were draws, but this time there have been a winner. Well, I transfer your attention from news around the globe to news here locally. Kermit, not Kermit the Frog, but Kermit the Sea Robber, the striker from Pirates. Now he's just signed for Pirates, by the way. Kermit Erasmus has made a sensational deadline day transfer from who else but Sundowns to Orlando Pirates. The 32-year-old penned a 2-year deal to see him switch Gabu Yelo for Ezemnyama Ngenkan. That's interesting. He's leaving the champions for a side that hasn't won a trophy. You let me know what you think about that. More player movements nonetheless after leaving Kaizer Chiefs at the end of last season. Daniel Agbayi could be set to make a return to one of his former employers. He's been linked with a couple of clubs including the likes of Skukune and Swallows as well, to name a few. But it seems his final destination could be in Gqeberha. In the colors of Chipa, keep an eye out for that one. Daniel comes home. Then Qatar 2022 is just around the corner. Could this be the year of the African Kings? According to one man, yes we can. An African team will break the World Cup semi-finals barrier if the continent places more faith in its own coaches. That's according to one of the biggest sons of the soil and Africa's most decorated club coach, Pitso Mosimane. He knows what he's talking about. Well, let me tell you more interesting facts. For the first time since the World Cup started in 1930, there will be an all-African coaching cast for teams from the continent at the global finals in Qatar. Take a bow. The appointment of Walid Regragui as Morocco manager last month to replace Vihad Halazovic means all 5 African qualifiers will be handled by a local coach. Barring any sudden change of heart by football federations, we know how CAF rules. Former Wydad Casablanca boss joins Tunisia Jal Kadri and former internationals Otto Addo of Ghana, Aliou Cisse the reigning World AFCON champion, and Regiba Song of Cameroon as preparations for the tournament intensify with Flendies. No Bafana, ouch. Just 3 African sides have reached the quarterfinals of the World Cup before Cameroon in 1990 under Valéry Nopochki, and then in 2002 again in Senegal by French Bruno Metsu, and then Ghana did it in 2010 with Serbia's Milovan Ravic. Then off to Spain where some big news are brewing, and it's not happening between a couple of players and a coach. Let me tell you exactly why. 15 players from Spain's women's national team have resigned in protest against head coach Jorge Vilda. 15 players of Spain's women's national team emailed the Spanish FA stating, well, we quit because Jorge Vilda remains coach. The Spanish FA meanwhile responded by, letting them know the players will not pressure them to make coaching decisions and they won't call up any players who do not wish to play. Vilda has been Spain's head coach in 2015 and his contract was extended through 2024 in June. Now you may wonder, why don't they like this guy? Well, they simply think the coach sucks. One player was quoted as saying, "We are an ambitious team and people want to improve and win." Por favor, it's not happening there. Then an English side is looking to scout celebs. We know this is unconventional. Well, it is thoroughly unconventional, the news I'm about to give you, because usually what happens at transfer activities that sides have scouting networks. They have chief scouts that go out and look for top players, not Crawley Town. Chairman Preston Johnson admitting that the way they're doing it is really unconventional, as the English third-tier side embarks on a radical new scouting plan. The creepy Crawleys, I've just named them that. They were scouting players at a recent charity football match. Not just any players, celebs, guys. Get this one. Anyone that does sign for them could appear on the bench for Crawley in the FA Cup first round match in November. Have you seen my first touch? Where do I sign up? While Crawley is looking for celebs, two of them have found each other. UK rapper Stormzy and Jose Mourinho are proving that this is the link-up we never knew we needed. Also, Jose Mourinho showing you that he can really cross into different cultural barriers, not just doing it on the pitch, but also doing it in the studio. The London rapper dropped a video for his new track, Mel Made Me Do It. This was on YouTube recently, and Portuguese manager Mourinho makes a spifful appearance. The ex-Manchester United and Chelsea boss appears with Stormzy and his crew in a cameo during the 10-minute video. While the artist delivers the line, "They love to talk about the old days. The men are all like Annie. Are you okay? I prefer not to speak like I'm Jose." Something along those lines. How about that for a 1-2? Well, that was the hottest topics from all around the globe. Your sports bulletin in 120 seconds and some change. I'm out of here. Boom plus.